start with something actually that has nothing to do with the elite trading systems joining forces. So we're in some very interesting times now. Since our last big group webinar, which we've been saying to you guys, hey, listen, there's some big shifts coming in the economy. Be prepared. Protect yourself. We talked about hedging. We talked about using gold. We talked about using daily trading as opposed to using longer term trading. So since that time, we've gone to war. Okay. And this is a massive impact on people's financials. Okay. Now there's two ways of looking at this, right? So there's a lot of people that are looking at this as, oh no, right? There's a lot of people looking at it as the war side of it. Yes, I completely respect that. And I completely understand that. That is an oh no moment. From a financial standpoint, though, there's a lot of opportunity. Okay. And I don't want to have the, oh no, this is, oil prices are up, gas prices are up, gold is here, the S&P drops, then it's up, then it's down, then it's all over, right? Everything's confused right now. There's two ways of looking at that. There's oh no, and there's opportunity. My goal is to have everybody understand that this is an opportunity. Okay. There's an opportunity to build generational wealth over the next year, 2 years, 3 years. The question is are you going to take advantage of the opportunities when they're put in front of you? Okay. And one of those is understanding how to use trading systems, a day trading methodology, okay, to trade in this highly volatile, wild, chaotic environment. Okay. And what we have in front of us today are two systems, both of which work very well in this type of an environment. Okay, so before we go any further, this is Mikey Z talking to you guys right now. Most of you that are part of the target community, you guys know me. 25 years in the financial industry. I'm a former investment banker, one of the largest institutions in the world. Founder, owner, and operator of multiple trading, education, and software companies, but not the hair club for men. I am not only the president, but I'm also a client. Thanks, Ryan. At least I got to laugh at somebody for that. But the reason I say that, guys, is we put things in front of you that we believe in, that we participate in, that we use. If something wins, we win. If something loses, we lose. So we are as motivated as anyone to make sure that the best possible products, the best possible systems, the best possible services are in front of our clients. And that's actually what brought this union to bear. When Ryan and I started speaking, I have to tell, and I'm speaking right now to the target crowd. When I started speaking to Ryan, guys, I was like, wow, he gets it. He gets it. He's a bright guy. He knows what he's talking about. He's got a ton of experience. And when we were talking, I went, I want to bring this guy into the fold. So of course I go over to Pat. I said, Pat, you got to meet Ryan. Okay. So those of you guys that don't know who Pat is, Pat's a 20+ year professional trading veteran. He developed his own system called the Modified Market Profile System. We've taught thousands of traders this system. We have institutions that want to learn it. We've had CTAs, we've had you name it. Pat holds every license in the book. But the biggest thing with Pat is he protects his customers. Pat's mindset is, I want to protect the people that are listening to me. So when I brought him Ryan's products, I said, man, you got to see what Ryan's doing. He takes a look at it and Pat goes, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. This is awesome. And when the three of us started talking, we realized, wow, there's a lot of synergy here in what we have. It's not the same. Okay. It's not the same. In fact, it plays well together, but it's different. It's very different in its approaches. And when we started realizing that, we said, you know what, this is something that we want to bring in front of the consumer. This is something that we want to bring to the public. This is something that we want to bring to our trusting customers who've said to us, guys, what are we going to do? What do we have that's out there right now? Okay. So we've spent some time now working with Ryan, working with his team. Ryan has a Rob Curry, who I think is on here as well with us. Rob, I call you as Quant. I don't know what your official title is. I call you as Quant because Rob's really, really smart. Okay. So Rob comes in and helps Ryan to develop the background, the software, the systems, and they've come out with some incredible products. Okay. So as I've introduced Pat, I introduced myself. Let me introduce Ryan, guys. So Ryan's a 20-year professional trading veteran, former floor trader, Chicago Board of Trade. He's developed Vici trading solutions and the emergent edge technologies, both of which we'll talk about. By the way, he's also taught thousands of traders and he's got countless success stories. So I don't know if you guys noticed that commonality, but both Pat and Ryan have done that. Okay. Why is that so important? Because what's interesting was when we sat down and started looking, okay, these are my customers. This is kind of what we're doing. And he said, these are my customers. We realized there's not a lot of crossover. So what we said is, why are we not showing what we do to your people and what you do to our people and seeing if there's people that are interested in learning more and expanding and getting better at what they do? One thing that you guys know, if you're a target customer, okay, you guys know we stand by what we do. We don't put our results out there. We don't say, hey, this is what Pat can do when Pat trades. What do? We put our student results out there. That is how we measure our success. Okay. Can Pat trade? Yes, Pat can trade. There's no question about it. He's a fantastic trader. Okay. But can Pat teach a truck driver to trade? Can he teach a stay-at-home mom to trade? Can he teach a doctor to trade? Can he teach a lawyer to trade? Actually, the lawyers and the doctors are the two most difficult to teach to trade. Okay, but can he teach people to trade his systems in a way that they can be profitable? Okay, and the answer is yes. Countless success stories. Well, guess what? As we're talking to Ryan, what comes out of Ryan's mouth is, I pride myself on being able to teach people a system that they can be successful with. Okay. I talk to Ryan on a daily basis, guys. You know, one of my favorite things he says is, hey, my dudes in the room are killing it right now. He doesn't say, I'm killing it. He doesn't say, I've made X number of dollars today. He says, my people in the room are killing it right now. All right. Just so you guys know, that's how Pat talks about you guys. Okay. When Pat talks about how he's doing, he says, yeah, Tiffany's killing it today. Or, Rusty's doing great, or this or that. He goes through, he talks about you guys that way too. So to hear that come from someone else completely unprompted tells me that this is a good marriage. Okay. So we sat down and we said, all right, what works together and what doesn't, and how can we build a mutually beneficial environment for all of the people that are in it with us, as well as for the companies themselves. So, by the way, before I leave them out, sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to do that, bud. Last but not least, we got Joe Johnson, target customers. Joe, he's in charge of the student services section. Joe's 23 years in the financial industry. He's worked at the largest bank in the world, 10 plus years in the education space. And by the way, guys, Joe is a trader himself. Some of you may not know that. Joe's a very successful trader himself. Joe runs our customer service division. Joe runs our sales division. Everything that is student centric, Joe runs. Okay. So what we have advantageously is the proverbial back room, right? We've got points of contact. We've got help desk support. We've got all of those things because Joe is a part of this team. So you guys need the disclaimer. You go to the website, you can read the disclaimer on the website, but I want to get into this. If you understand the way the businesses operate, right, they're actually very, very, very similar. All right. So with Target, it's futures and prop trading, day trading, very active day trading, by the way. All right. Prop trading, smaller capital requirements. Why do I say smaller capital requirements? Because, guys, as you well know, we've gotten into prop trading. Almost all of you that are active traders right now have prop accounts. Some of you still trade your own money. Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people are getting into prop trading right now because there's an advantage to doing it, right? There's a risk and leverage advantage to doing it. We have education programs, indicators and trade assist, and full auto, the letter of direction programs. Well, Vici trading has futures and prop trading, all right? Day trading. Now, it's a little bit different of a day trading program with Vici, and he's getting when Ryan talks about the program, you guys are going to understand. I don't mean passive as in you sit on your hands and everything does work for you. I'm saying comparatively, it's not a sit in front of your chair and every 30 seconds you're clicking a button to make it move. Okay, it's a different trading style. All right, but the same type of smaller capital requirements because he's working with a lot of prop traders. Okay. And just like us, he's got education, he's got signals, and he also has full auto and coming soon, letter of direction, which we're going to talk about at the end. So why us? Right. And us, by the way, I mean Target and I mean Vici, not just one or the other. Okay. We've trained thousands of traders on our systems to be profitable. Both companies have done this. We have hundreds of successful prop trading students. Okay. Both companies. We've won awards for our programs. We've done this consistently in Target's case for a decade plus. Okay. Guys, this is a method. This is a mindset of success. Okay. Both companies 5-star rated. Check us out on Trustpilot. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Google. Both companies. Again, why does it work so well? Why do we work so well together? Because of things like this. We pride ourselves on our reputation. We pride ourselves on the customer experience first. A couple of quick awards that were won just in the past year or so. So what do those look like, guys? What do those Trustpilot reviews look like? I'm not going to sit there and go through all the Trustpilot reviews, okay? But they're all there. Go read them. Go actually see what's out there and see what the companies say about each other, because I'll tell you something, it's pretty damn impressive. I take a lot of pride in that. So in the last 6-7 months to a year, there's been a lot of additional add-ins to this environment. Today, we're talking about the Target and the Vici relationship. Some of you know the Madison and the Bubba trading relationship, if you're familiar with the Rise and the Arise products. Okay. So we're building now a community. All right. This is a community of trading education, trading software, and trading systems. Okay. Meaning both automated and manual. Now, what do we have as shared assets? Shared assets are where we can help each other out. Our shared assets include our full support teams, our sales teams. I mentioned Joe Johnson earlier and why he's so important, because Joe's running those. Okay, he is at the top of that food chain. So if you're lucky enough to be able to talk to Joe, you have to understand that's the boss in that section. So a lot of you have been with Joe as he came up through the system, and he's retained you as individual customers. But this is Joe's team. So when you see that good support, when you see the way the sales team works, that's Joe. Okay. We also share our infrastructure, our support, our access. All of those things are shared amongst the companies. The benefit of that, guys, is you get access to a much larger pool of benefits as opposed to an individualized company trying to maximize what they can do administratively from the revenue from just that company. Okay. So there's more on this coming. This is one of our first meetings where we're introducing Vici, but there's going to be more on a lot of this coming. I just want you guys to understand conceptually where we are. So quick agenda for today. We just finished the introduction. We're going to talk real quick about Target. What Target is, what they do. We're going to talk about Vici Trading Solutions and what they do. We're going to talk about the letter of directions programs, both the one that we're finishing the registrations for right now and one that we'll be opening the registration for in the next few days, probably next week, but it may be before the end of the week. We're just finishing up the tech connection in the background. And then we'll have a quick Q&A at the end. All right. So far, so good. Target Trading Academy. Those of you that are Target members, this is going to be repetitive. You guys are going to know this information. Okay. What is Target? Look, Target's got live trading rooms, classrooms, trade reviews, signals, trader checkups, trade assist indicators, mentorships full. That's a whole lot of stuff that Target does. Okay. But there's two key things in here that I want to pull out that are extremely important because we're bringing those to the Vici side. Okay. The first one is the trader checkups. Okay. This is something that's really simple, but it makes a big difference in your success as a trader. All right. A trader checkup is one of our team members is contacting you. We're finding out what you're doing well, what you're struggling with, and what we can do to help you be more successful, whether it's accountability, whether it's knowledge on a particular task, whether it's assistance, right? Sometimes it's tech assistance. Oh, you're set up wrong or you're executing it wrong. Okay. But the goal of those trader checkups is to keep you engaged, to hold you accountable, and to make sure that you're consistently getting better. The program that you're in, whether you're at Vici, whether you're at Target, you're at Bubba, Madison, it doesn't matter. The program you're in because you want to become a better trader. This system is your accountability. They're called trader checkups. Okay. The second one is mentorships. We're very big on mentorships. Now, I don't mean one-on-one mentorships. I want to be clear. That to me is more of tutoring. Okay. To me, a mentorship is a small group. Generally, we keep them under 15 people. We may make exceptions from time to time to that because of the popularity of certain classes and stuff. Okay. But mentorships specifically oriented towards programs, specific types of traders, those things. Okay. Generally speaking, they're once a week. Generally speaking, they're an hour to 2 hours. They are recorded, but mentorships are important. Why? Sometimes you need more information than you're going to get in a newsletter or you're going to get in a live trading room. Sometimes you need that little bit of extra information to either fix what you're not doing well or to deliver the next step, to learn to be a little bit more advanced than what you're doing right now. So those two factors, okay, the checkups and the mentorships we're bringing to Vici. Now, what is Target, guys? Because a couple of you, actually a significant number of you aren't from Vici or aren't from Target, I mean. So what is Target? Pat, are you able to take over the screen sharing and show your screen so you can go?
I can attempt. Hold on one second. Keeping my fingers crossed. Can everybody see that? Holy smokes, it worked. Wow. Okay. So, essentially, guys, and first of all, thank you very much for coming today. I know everybody's busy. Essentially, what I am doing is I am day trading only. You can use my method in the overnight session as well. I would just recommend that you close out your day trade, re-enter again in the overnight. I don't suggest holding anything over that dead period. That's just suicide as far as I'm concerned. Not to mention the fact your margins will get jacked up through the freaking roof. So essentially what I'm doing is I base everything off of market profile. So I'm not using any of the traditional technical analysis. I'm actually using volume of price over time. I'm using the previous day's range as targets for today's range. And if we break down below or above the previous day's range, I am using high volume areas that I have drawn since the beginning of this contract. Okay, so when you hear goofballs on TV saying something to the effect of, well, oil hasn't been here since 1978. Oil expires monthly. Nobody's holding since 1978. Those prices don't matter. Hell, the price from the previous month doesn't matter anymore. The only thing that matters is what's in front of us right now. What are we looking for? The absolute highest percentage trades we can get. Today, we didn't get that because we opened, let's just use the ES for example, right inside the center of yesterday's range, right next to its close. Therefore, there's absolutely no gap fill. What do I want to start off the day? I want to gap up. I want to gap down. I want to head back to the previous day's range, either point of control or close, whichever comes first. I am looking for the big white whale. What happens if we open within the range? We can have trades at each one of these levels depending on which way the market is moving trend-wise. So if you're moving higher, of course, you want to go long. If you're moving lower, you want to go low. But you can always take counter trend entries against those levels. I post these levels the day before every trading period. So, for example, if you guys were to join today, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, latest, you would have these levels to use to trade for tonight's trading action, the pre-market, and tomorrow's pit session. Again, I do this all by hand. One of the only guys in the business that does this. I found out Ryan does it, which means there's two of us that actually do it and put our reputations and our names on the line every single day. What would happen if we open within the range? You have trades at every one of these levels. What are we really looking for? To get below the range to go short, to get above the range to go high, to go higher, excuse me. Then we are looking for what? We're looking for range extension. You guys who are in Ryan's course have heard of this over and over again every single day. We just do things a little bit differently. We're going to get probably more opportunities with what I do. Absolutely not saying it's better, because it's not. We do two entirely different things. I would love to get some of those shots that Ryan is calling out, 2 and 3 to 1 reward to risk. I am just using yesterday's range to project our reward to risk. We are rules-based. We are risk management-based. The trade is either there or it is not. For example, guys, I trade an LOD, a letter of direction, for a lot of our students. Over the past 4 days, it's been terrible. The previous 3 weeks, we were crushing gap fills left, right, up, and down. Today, I probably had to disqualify 4 to 5 entries because the trade is simply not there. Guys, it is what it is. The trade is either there or it's not. I teach patience. I teach discipline. I teach risk management. To give you an idea, for example, guys, year to date, since January 1st, we are 739 wins, 155 losses, 72 break-evens for a 76.50 winning percentage. Those are my students taking these trades, not me. It is them. Today, we are 9 and 2, for example. So what would that mean? That would mean that all of these trades, all these levels that are published the day before, my students are waiting until price gets to those levels so they can take trades. For example, let's just say Carl Fitek. Well, what did he do? He waited until we got below yesterday's low. He took a reversal short in his prop account. He's up $490 on his eval account. Somebody else who's in this room, Tiffany Rothstein, she's in here. Second trade of the day on a different set of prop accounts. Micro Dow, 2 separate trades, 2 separate accounts. She's up 40, but she's up on 4 different accounts. She's up over $300 on this day. This is repeatable. It's the same couple of trades over and over and over again. You don't have to do crazy calculations. There's not funky technical analysis involved. The trade is either there or it is not. And in a nutshell, guys, that is what we're doing every single day, over and over and over again. That's all I've got. If you'd like more, we'd love to have you guys in the room. I'm in that room all day long going over all of these trades every single day. Everybody who trades in that room is required to send in a screenshot.
Oh, did we lose him? I think we lost you, Pat. All right. So, guys, one thing that Pat started to say there that's really important is that he requires his students to send in screenshots of their trades. One of the things that Target does a little bit differently is we grade every single trade that you take. You take it, you submit it, you get graded on your analysis, your entry, your trade management, your exit. Not whether or not you won or lost. Winning and losing can be sheer luck. What he's looking at is, did you follow the rules? Did you follow the systems? That is by far the most important. Okay. In Pat's system, there's a number of different trade assist software that we offer. Those lines that he was talking about, you can have them automatically put on your charts. That's called our Voila software, or Voila. Executioner takes reversals in a fully automated way. It's also called Presto in the other system. Da Vinci is trending entries. Bbot is also a form of trending entry, a reversion of the mean. Okay. So we have a number of different softwares. And as I mentioned earlier, we offer small group mentorships. We've got 3 right now. There's a 4th coming very shortly. Accelerated Market Profile is everything Pat teaches in 6 weeks. Drawing HVAs is how to draw your own lines, those high volume area lines. And advanced context trading, this is for experts. Okay, this is when you're trading, you're doing well, and you want to be able to take it to the next level. And again, we usually cap these at 15 people, first come, first serve. Drawing HVAs will have more only because once you've signed up for it, it's a lifetime access course. You can come anytime you want. So let's talk a little bit about Vici trading. So that's Target. That's our side on Target. I know we didn't go into a ton of details, and what I'm going to recommend is if you want more details, okay, sign up for a discovery call and let one of the team members walk you through what we do. They can actually show you the room live, show you the campus library, walk you through everything on that side. So let me jump to Vici now. This is for the Target students.
Mike, I'll even let him in the room. How about that?
How you want? Yeah, just let them come in the room. I was just going to say, let them come in. So Vici Trading Solutions. So Vici also offers education, signals. Now this is a funny thing because I keep missaying this, and it's funny because Ryan corrected me. Okay. And it's so important, the correction difference. I call it signals, but there is a big difference between a trade signal and a daily structured trading plan. I want to be very, very clear about that. Okay. Daily structured plan means that you're getting an entire execution strategy. It's not, hey, go long in gold now. Okay. That's a signal. All right, we have a signal room. You guys that are part of the Market Mavericks room, you trade live in that room. You guys know what it is, right? The trade, Todd's calling the trade out. Guys, I'm going long in gold in 5 seconds. Get your butts in there before I do, right? That's the trade. This is not that. This is a daily structured trading plan. This is what we're looking for, the times we're looking for it, how to get in, how to get out, what you should be looking for on your exits. It's a fully structured trading plan. Okay, and they come out each day. He does have trading indicators. Now, the mentorship side of it, we're going to be bringing to the table. The first one's going to be in April. We're just finalizing the details on that, but he's going to be teaching his system at that mentorship, and it'll be a once-a-week mentorship. And again, full automation, which will be launching very shortly. We're just working out the details of the on the execution side for the letter of direction. So Ryan, I'm going to let you take over now. I'm going to let you walk them through the same way.
Well, all right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, let's see what we got. Can anybody hear me? Just want to make sure everybody can hear me. I know that everybody can see me.
There you go. And got your screenshots too.
All right. Can anybody see me? Can you see me? Can you see my pretty face? All right. I don't know if the camera works or not, but
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. First and foremost, thank you everybody for coming. There's a lot of Vici people in the house. I know why you guys are all here supporting me. I appreciate it so much. And I promise we're going to cover everything that a lot of you don't know about the system. And also, Rob's sitting here very quietly in the group just watching because he's also super excited about the full auto stuff that he's been heads down for a while. So, guys, I'm Ryan Bailey. It's a pleasure to meet you. And believe it or not, Patrick was one of my idols. He still is. He's up there. But when I saw the Angry Trader thing, I got to tell you, I was like, couldn't help but laugh. Patrick, that's a great name. I actually knew Patrick when I was coming up in the business a long time ago, and he refused to talk to me. So him and I did a webinar or a podcast together. I've been pretty lazy on that for trimming. And,
I did not refuse to talk to you.
It felt like it.
Here's the story. I come into the office twice a month at most. Ryan happened to be in there at that time. He had just come on to work with Trading Advantage. Some kid, a sales kid, had walked up to me, introduced himself to me, and Ryan would just happen to be standing there. And I looked at him and I said, before you start, don't even bother because you're not going to be here long enough for me to remember your name.
And he was right. I didn't stay very long. I think I was there 7 months or something like that. But still, regardless. So Pat is absolutely a foundation in the trading community. So, just wanted to put that out there for my guys because there's a lot of them in here. I respect Pat a lot, guys. So even though he's angry and that picture was amazing, he is an amazing trader. So I'm just putting that out there right now so you guys know I've totally put my rep on the line for this guy. So he's worth listening to. So let's go ahead and get into this now for the target people. Again, my name is Ryan Bailey. I'm a former market maker who's a full-time trader and educator. So today I'm going to walk you through my proprietary trading system. It's what I call the Vici Impact Protocol. I'm going to cover 3 things, right? Why my system works, how it works, and most importantly, the proof that it works. But it's not just me. It's for the real people that I teach every single day. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so let's start with the why. As a former market maker, I've seen the intricate workings of the market from the inside, and I can tell you it's an extremely efficient machine. People talk about how price is random and how it's unpredictable. And sure, on the surface, it may seem that way, but we can pinpoint with a high degree of accuracy where the market will move to. And that's something I prove every single day and have for some time. My system works because I understand the market mechanics, how the market moves to become efficient, right? So the market moves consistently in order to find balance. It is always moving from the highest to the lowest areas, testing price levels to ensure that value has been checked at every area. As a former market maker, I also understand that the market needs to test certain prices to ensure that value has been found in all areas. My system works because it pinpoints these inefficient market locations under the understanding that price will have to move to these areas. Market makers have particular areas where business has to take place. Once that business is finalized, they move away from these spots, essentially creating an efficient market. Well, we've actually known how to identify these locations, and that's what I'm going to share with you. Here's a quick example of an inefficiency spotted on a market profile. You can see in real time using the market profile that you can see the price moved up from the open, check the inefficient area, which I call single prints, and then retracted back lower after its business was finished. This is one of the many things I look for, and you will soon as well. Here's where it gets really powerful. We have statistically and mathematically been able to figure out exactly what these market makers are looking for and how to capitalize on it. The market itself is not complicated. I know that sounds like a bold statement, but it's true. It really is true. And it's actually a very efficient machine once you understand the dynamics and how it moves. And that's exactly what we teach. Now, let's talk about my method. It's systematic. It's rule-based. It identifies high probability reaction areas. And we do this with aligning untested demand zones in combination with market profile structure to maximize the reward while strictly limiting risk. This is high conviction trading strategy rooted in auction market theory, utilizing market profile to identify value-based edges and structural levels with the assets that we trade. So here's the process step by step. It's very simple. We start with the auction market theory as our foundation. From there, we layer in market profile to identify key levels. Then we locate untested demand zones. These are the areas where market hasn't yet confirmed value. That gives us pre-planned entries with clearly defined risk to reward on every single trade. Me personally, I focus on the S&P 500 futures market, but this methodology works identically across stock, Forex, crypto, and truly every asset class. The underlying mechanics are universal. Here's an example of crude oil. In this example, you can see the efficiency I was talking about, how it traverses from the highest untested to the lowest untested. And once the market has been checked, it can then progress to its planned destination, which in this case was higher. And again, this is not by chance or random. The markets are designed like this, and what I show you in detail, it's going to amaze you. I promise you, because it amazes me every day still, which is pretty wild. So this is what separates us. I have a very simple yet highly refined approach to finding untested support and resistance levels that provide high probability of reaction. And the beautiful part, all of our levels and trades are pre-planned. Nothing is reactionary. There's no sitting in front of your computer waiting for your order flow to fire or a trigger. There's no playing the news or volatility events. My system is pre-planned, thought out, trades-based system. Going into the day, we know exactly where we want to do business and where we don't. You know how many trades you could possibly take and exactly what your risk to reward ratio is on every single trade before even sitting down for the day. So here's what makes this even more powerful. This isn't a system that only works on one product. Now, again, I trade the S&P 500 futures as my primary market, but I trade stocks, Forex, crypto, all of it with the same methodology. All the guys in the Vici room here already know what's up. We look at all kinds of stuff, and they have me chart things left and right. But the reason is it works everywhere is because the underlying market mechanics are the same. The auction market theory doesn't change based on ticker symbol. So once you learn this process, you really can apply it to anything. So here's the part that matters the most out of anything. So instead of showing you my results, which is basically what you see all over the internet, because what good is seeing a mentor put up profits if the students can't replicate it? I even talk about it on the stream every day. I do a post-market breakdown. I say, I'm done showing my profits. It's not about me. It's about the guys in the room who can replicate what I teach them. So I want to show you proof from the people that I teach. And the proof comes from years of teaching students through a highly curated process, through courses, personal training, trade plans that have produced consistent results time and time again. And there's quite a few course holders in this room right now. I've called out a few, and they are all crushing it. And it's great stuff. Now, before I show you these, well, I've already showed you these, I have a scoreboard channel in our Discord room that has hundreds, if not thousands, of screenshots of profitable P&L pictures from my guys. I mean, so many. I went through and just randomly picked some. There are so many, it's insane. And you guys know it who are in here that are in the room. So what you're looking at here are real screenshots taken directly from my Discord community where members ring the bell daily in our scoreboard channel. These are real people. They're in here right now, just like you, who came into the trading world with a big vision of what could be, and they couldn't make it work. But now these guys, through discipline, and ladies, let me throw that out there, but now through discipline of highly structured process and consistency, these people are putting up money every single day. And honestly, I couldn't be more proud of my team. They're freaking crushing it. So every one of these people has worked incredibly hard, and they deserve the commendation of that. And now they make life-changing money on a daily basis based on a simple process that I teach and trade myself day in and day out. It's freaking amazing. So here's the bottom line. You've seen why the system works. It's built on real market maker knowledge and a deep understanding of how the markets find efficiency. You've seen how it works, a structured rule-based approach defined on risk with every trade. You've seen the proof from the real students, from the real people who are in this room every single day. The question is, are you ready to trade with an edge? And if you want to learn more about the Vici Impact Protocol and how to start applying it to your trading, I love to connect with you guys. People in the room can attest. I'm a big fan of talking with people about the trading and the methodology. So until next time, trade smart, be prepared, and together we'll conquer the markets.
And I love the way you do it. You are a professional, dude. I love it. Great. First of all, thank you. Second of all, guys, when I was talking to Ryan, and you guys know I shoot from the hip when I talk, and I tell direct stories. When I was talking to Ryan, he said, "Oh, you have to see my students ringing the bell." And I'm like, okay, I mean, you got students that send in, hey, I made X. No, these are screenshots. He's got students screenshotting in the room all day, every day. And I got to tell you guys, it's really impressive. I love seeing it. I like the vibe in your channel too. A lot of high energy, people really, really excited about what they're doing. It's interesting as you step back and you see this industry has changed a lot. This industry at one point was exclusively live trading rooms. First it was classrooms, then it was live trading rooms, then it was, now it's got Discord, then it's newsletters, now it's, your daily trading plan. It continues to change and get modified. And one of the things that I love that you've stayed on the cutting edge of how things work. I love your presentation style to the students. Super high energy, people stay engaged. You got a lot of cheerleaders in your group. And I say the same with Pat. There's students that swear by Pat. They swear by his methodology. They've made, they're buying their grandkids cars with his methodology. You got to love those stories. But I just want to tell you, I love that about you, man. And I do love your energy. And guys, just like Pat is always Ric Flair, and he's always got that energy. Ryan, the Ryan that you just heard, the Ryan that you've seen this entire time, I've spoken to him hundreds of times at this point. I can tell you that's him. That's his real personality. That's who he is. He does make himself accessible to people, which is incredible. Take advantage of it. Just like I always say when we bring our gurus in and we get the chance to talk to them and spend time, in chats with them and stuff, take advantage of the fact that you have this level of knowledge in front of you. Okay. You talked about the S&P Edge. I just want to show a couple of products and just so everybody understands, like pricing wise, where things fall and what they look like. The S&P Edge, which is the Vici product, that's the auction theory with the value-based edge derived from market profile. By the way, we worked on that phrase, guys. I just wanted you to know. We went back and forth on that. Love that descriptor of what the S&P Edge is. This is the daily structured trade plans. It's also the live trading room, which is the Discord room, and an alerts channel. The trade plans, by the way, are Tuesday through Friday. And for those of you guys that are prop traders, this is all day, baby. This is a great overlay to what you're doing with your regular trading systems for the target students. This works completely in conjunction with what Pat does. So it's extra trades. So just to give you guys ideas of what the prices look, that's priced around $1,000 for the year to get access to all of that. There's also a VIP trading program. This includes 45 training videos. Now, those of you guys that have been in our campus library, you know what the target campus library looks like. These are 45 training videos that are, and I will say this, qualitatively, they're freaking fantastic. I caught myself going back and checking them out and reading. Absolutely fantastic, extremely well presented, very easy to understand. The same indicators we talked about. We will be starting the small group mentorship with Ryan in April. So as a VIP member, you would get access to the small group mentorship. And again, you get everything you get with the S&P Edge. That's priced regularly at $5,500 for the year. As a, hey guys, let's shake hands special, we're going to put it out to you guys at $3,000 through the end of the week. So anybody that wants to sign up for that and get in deep with Ryan, we're going to put it out for $3,000 towards the end of the week. Don't worry about buying this right now. There's going to be an email that comes out with all the information that you need in it. I just wanted to show this to you guys and to put it in front of you. Okay. Last but not least, I want to talk about letter of direction. Now, target students, many of you are familiar with it. Some of you aren't. Vici students, a lot of you guys aren't familiar with what letter of direction is. So I want to open this door because this is something that a lot of you have asked for and didn't realize this is the structure that it comes in. Okay. So letter of direction, for all intents and purposes, is an automated trading program. All right. It is on a live account. It is not for prop trading. All right. So this is essentially, you open your account with the broker. Okay. You use the introducing broker that we give you, and you are directing via a letter the introducing broker to execute this strategy in your account. Now, just to be clear, that doesn't mean that they're taking Ryan's newsletter and writing it out. Okay. What that means is they're taking the software that they're being given and allowing it to execute live in your account. They're responsible for it. Okay. So what does this give you? This gives you access to very advanced investment strategies. It gives you a great sense of control because, by the way, that's your account. You can go flat at any time. Any of you that have invested with private equity or hedge funds where your money gets tied up for 6 months to a year, they control distributions, all of that. None of that's here. You want to go flat today, you go flat. You take your money out of your account tomorrow. Not an issue. Saves you a tremendous amount of time. If you tend to get busy, I can speak. This happens to me all the time. I love to trade. Okay. I'm a decent trader. I'm not on Ryan or Pat's level, but I'm a decent trader, but I don't always have time to. I get busy with work. Letter of direction allows you to get the same type of results you would get as a trader, but have it done for you. It gives you great access to diversification. Maybe you don't know the methodology or you haven't gotten to it yet, but you want something that doesn't directly correlate to your trading style. So you're getting a different set of results. Not all trading styles work in all market environments. For example, we're in the midst of a very volatile market environment right now. Not all trading systems work in this environment. Diversification lets you take advantage of things that you don't necessarily trade in this market. Complete transparency, and of course, fairness. People say, why would you include fairness on this? When you are part of a letter of direction product, let's say that there are 100 different people that are part of that same letter of direction product with you. There's 200 contracts being traded. If the last 50 of those contracts get slipped and would be taken at a loss, any of you guys that are serious traders know what I'm talking about right now. A loss or a break even, you don't get stuck holding those loss or break evens. They average them out over all of the accounts and a distribution is made to everyone. Okay, so it's a very fair execution strategy, which as someone who has been on the losing end of some of those trades, I'm very happy that they get distributed fairly as opposed to, oh, I catch the losing aspects of these trades here. All right. So currently, we have about 11 licenses left for Gap Hunter. Gap Hunter is Pat's opening gap fill. Its minimum account size is $10,000. It's priced at $2,500. It's 3 micros contracts. I have to double check. I think we have 11 licenses left. What does that mean? 2,500 for 3 micros. You can trade more than 3 micros. You just buy more licenses. They're not 2,500 after you buy the first one. The price goes down. It's an economy of scale. But if you want to trade minis and things like that, you do pay more for the additional licenses. We have about 11 left in that program right now. Towards the end of this week to early next week, we're going to be launching Emergent Edge. Okay. Emergent Edge, and this is specifically Emergent Edge 15, is Ryan and Rob's development. Okay. It is an opening range trending trade, same size minimum account, but it has a scaling provision in it that can go from 2 to 10 micro contracts. Okay. Same $2,500 price tag. There will be a webinar on this prior to the launch, just so everybody knows, but I'm putting this out there so you guys know what's coming down the pipe. Okay. We're going to be developing more and more of these letter of direction products as we get into this sort of strange economy that we're in right now. Why? Because we want you guys to be able to diversify. We want you to be able to have access to protecting your funds that aren't currently being protected. And you can't trade to protect all of them. Okay. You don't have the time to. If you do, God bless you, but then you're a professional trader at that point. Okay. So as you're looking for ways to protect yourself, we're giving you these opportunities and these options that are out there. Okay. So currently Gap Hunter has about 11 seats left. Emergent Edge will be launched either end of this week, early next week. We're just finishing up the tech connection on the execution side. All right. Real quick on Emergent Edge. Ryan, you have your mic on, bud?
Hey, Mike, before Ryan jumps on, I also want everybody to understand something about these products. We have no control over withdrawing money from any of your accounts. We're only authorized to trade. You're in complete control of your account, you, yourself only. So you're not going to have to worry about me going out to dinner and charging it to our account, okay? And taking it out of yours. It doesn't work that way. I have no access to that kind of capital in any way.
But if you want to buy us dinner, we wouldn't be upset at you. You have to be clear there, Pat. Okay? We wouldn't be upset at you. If you've made enough that you want to buy dinner, we're not going to be upset at. But we don't have we actually have no access to the accounts. All we do is give the trading software to your introducing broker. All right. In this case, we work with
ordering bread pudding. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And man, you can eat some bread pudding. Any of you've been to our events, you've seen what Pat can do. Ryan, you want to walk them through the performance numbers on the back testing that you guys did? Did we lose Ryan? Oh, we might have lost Ryan. So I'll give you the 2 things. Forget about the net profit on this. I'll give you the 2 things that really stood out to me. For one, the Sharpe ratio. which is your concept of your profit against your against the amount of risk that's taken. Anything over like a 1.5 is fantastic. A 2.52 is absurd. And a profit factor at 1.86. So that's you're making $1.86 for every time you win versus $1 for every time you lose. These are fantastic numbers, guys.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are, bud.
I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what this you got to get rid of flow. It's terrible.
Yes.
Can
We do.
Can I hijack this whole thing? Do you mind?
Yeah. You want me
All right.
to let you share screens and you
I'm
want
going to go completely off script here, guys, because that's just how I am. Are you guys ready? Because there's a lot of people from my crew in here who I've been teasing, and I wanted, I know I know you got this planned out. I'm just going to hijack this. Are you ready? All right. So check this out, guys. So first and foremost, I wanted to say this, right? So Rob is my partner. He is the quant. He is actually our chief technical officer. Rob is the brains of the operation. I'm just the shiny good looks. Okay. I'm the shiny object. I'll just say that. Rob really, truly makes this stuff come to life. And I'm going to put this out there, and this may not be what Mike wants me to say, but it's too bad because I'm going to say it anyway now that I have control. So Rob essentially has created something that this industry does not have. We have the first and only back tester for futures trading that is outside of a hedge fund. He has created a program that essentially is 700,000 or 800,000 lines of code that pulls in CME tick data going back 3 to 5 years. And it is the most intricate and elaborate system that you have probably ever laid your eyes on. With that being said, Rob is able to actually pull back tests that no one else is able to do. And I know that people are probably saying, oh, there's back testing software on TradingView, on NinjaTrader, TradeStation. That's all shit. Pardon my French, but it's all garbage, right? I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. You know anybody that's making any kind of real money they back tested on TradingView? I think not. Okay. It's not going to happen because of the way they process the data. So Rob has literally spent months of his life. He's not been trading. He's been heads down, just really just pounding this out. And he's created a product that is absolutely unbelievable. And so what he's able to do is basically take the strategies that I make or he makes, and he's been able to have his system not only back test, but it's so powerful that it actually helps optimize without curve fitting. Right. And so we have a couple products that are coming online, and they're going to be exclusive through Target. Mike's going to represent us with this stuff through the LOD programs. And we're really excited to launch this stuff because we want to share this with people, but we didn't know how to do it. And so Mike he's making this happen over at Target, Mike and Pat. I hate to leave Pat out, Pat too. And so here is exactly what the back tester looks like. And Mike had a generic screenshot, whatever, and that's fine. That's what I gave him. But here is the real deal. And Mike was exactly right. This thing did, an insane Sharpe ratio of 252, and it really, it does insane profit margins. It actually has, I believe, the win rate here. Look at this. Actually, it does 30% on the account year over year. So check this out. This thing is, like he said, it's dynamic. It only trades between 2 and 10 contracts. And it actually, the most beautiful part about this program, this first LOD we're coming out with, the max risk is $320. Done, out the door. So I know you're like, well, how does it do that if it changes contract size? Well, it's dynamic. So based on how far away it is from Rob's proprietary indicator, it says you can put 3 on, you can put 7 on. Whatever it is, it'll only risk $320. So obviously, the closer it is, the more contracts you can have on, whatever. We just made $1,600 the other day with 4 micros on. I couldn't believe it when we had that big fall. So just unbelievable program that he's got going on. As you can see here, let me go ahead and go to this next thing. So here's an equity curve going back. I think this one was about 18 months. You can get a good idea of this steady progression to the upside. And we only took a maximum, I think it was a little less than 8% drawdown from peak, not even from the balance itself of the account. I mean, this thing is just a steady consecutive curve. And really, it's because of Rob's genius that he's found the ability to, he's using everything that you could possibly imagine right now as far as technology-wise, AI, et cetera, to help, find out the best ways to maximize performance. And that's why he's the CTO. He's the quant. I'm just the sexy looks that pushes the button, right? But this is the kind of stuff that we're going to be launching at Emergent Edge. It's going to keep coming through Target over and over and over again. Look at these monthly returns. I mean, this is super duper solid. And we have run back tests on this stuff 2, 3, 5 years, and it's legit. I mean, it's tick for tick back testing. This is not bullshit. And that's the best part about this is we can lean on this like an institution would lean on their statistics, because Rob is, which you have to understand, because he's a mathematician, right? The guy, let me brag on him a little bit, right? He's going to be kind of upset if I do this, but Rob's got his MBA from Yale in mathematics. The guy worked for the U.S. Air Force. He was working on spaceships with the lasers for the Star Wars program. I didn't even know it existed. That's the kind of caliber of individual that somehow likes working with me. I'm not quite sure why or how I got so fortunate, but he's here and now I got him and I'm not letting him go. So the guy knows exactly what's going on, and math is his thing. And so when he looks at technical analysis, he just told me yesterday, he goes, Ryan, I don't even want to trade manually anymore. He goes, now I totally get it why hedge funds, when they laugh at retail traders, because statistical analysis is where it's at. He's like, you got the probabilities in your favor and that's it. It's over. It doesn't matter what the RSI is doing, the MACDs and this and that. He's like, the numbers are the numbers. And that is what he's producing here. Look at this thing. In 2025, it did 45%. In 2024, it did 53%. I mean, just unbelievable numbers on this thing year over year. Now, we told Mike not to advertise it with these kind of returns. We say, hey, listen, let's be real. Let's talk about 30%, because as they always say with the whole, with the disclosure, past performance is not indicative of future results, right? So we don't want to sit here and sell you something that's going to, even though we have a pretty good idea, we're going to do 45 to 50%. We would rather under promise and over deliver. And that's essentially what we're looking at here. And this is a Monte Carlo simulation. No one is doing this, right? I don't know if you guys know what a Monte Carlo simulation is, but this basically takes all your trades and randomizes them into as many combinations as you want. Rob can do up to 1 million combinations. This does 1,000 combinations. He's taken 637 trades and he resampled them in 1,000 different variations. And as long as it stays within this first deviation, you've got a super solid algorithm, basically, that doesn't deviate too far from your price structure, or whatever you want to call it, profit structure. And so you can even see, like, the final mean was around 55,000. The worst it could do is 40,000. The best it did was 71,000. But ultimately, it did 55,000 based on this, how many trades, et cetera. So, Mike, I'm sorry to hijack you. I just didn't want you to poo-poo. These people really need to know more about these programs and what we're doing, because it's so ridiculous. And I'm so proud of this guy. And I really wanted to give him the credit that he deserved here. I'm done. How do I turn this off?
There you go.
There you go.
I don't know. Where did Mike go? I think maybe Mike went to go eat lunch or something.
Did I turn him off? Did I upset him?
No.
I'm like, he just wants to take over.
Can you guys hear me?
There he is.
All right. Ryan, do me a favor. Put your chart back up real quick. Put the equity curve back up, because I want to point something out on this that really stood out to me. When you have the equity curve up, that is not compounded, correct?
No.
Okay. So just so we're clear, that is not a compounded curve. That is retaining the same 2 to 10 contract ramp up that it had. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a very important thing to notice, guys, that there's no compound. That's not compounded interest causing that growth. That is just, that steadiness is from that 2 to 10 model. The other side of this is, yes, Rachel, Vici is priced. Vici, this particular program, the Emergent Edge, is priced just like the gap fill. Yeah, it has a 2 to 10 contract range, micro contract range. That's the initial buy-in at 2,500. The reason we do it 2 to 10 is depending on what the algorithm has in it, it may take up to 10 total contracts on it. Just to answer Rachel's question. We will do more on this as we roll out, just so everybody's clear. We will do more information on this. But I have to tell you guys, when I got on the phone with Rob, I think one of the things that excites me the most is it's like you found somebody that loves to do what they do and they're really good at it, and they get to present stuff to you where they're constantly improving it, they're constantly making it better, they're seeing where the flaws are made. One of the things I love about these results is they're real. You look at the results and you see it's not all green. There's a couple of months in there where it loses 2%, right? Loses 3%. That's a real result. That's what results are supposed to look like. This back tester, and I don't want to open too much of the door on that back tester. I just want you guys to understand this isn't like you plug your stuff into TradingView and it spits out some kind of BS. Yeah, this would work for this or it would work for that. This is measuring it against conceptual market fills. There's so much more to this than what's in the market right now. There's literally, and I trust me when I tell you, I look for this all the time. There's nothing that I've seen that's able to test it that way. And the beauty of that is that then you're able to make modifications to your algorithm to optimize the results. Okay, so I want to be clear. It isn't just about having a back tester. You can say, oh, look, hey, there it is. It works. It's okay. What happens if we tweak this? What happens if we make it scalable to 12 contracts instead of 10? Is that a benefit? What if we only allow it to go to 6? What if we change the entry to this? What if we? And every time you make those modifications, what's amazing about his software is you're able to test it and you're able to see what the impact is and optimize it to get results. To me, that's the most powerful point about what you guys have, Ryan, is the fact that you're able to constantly make those minor adjustments to end up with the best program in the market. Fair enough?
Yep. I'm sorry to hijack. I wanted to give Rob the credit where he's due, because people don't really realize what we have here. It's because I didn't believe it either. I mean, it's really kind of crazy. So anyways.
And by the way, I love Stinky's comment. While you guys are busy talking, I'm over here making money. Good. Thanks for the trading plan, Ryan. Like, dude, the truth is that's what's going on, guys. We did this. We intentionally did this at noon to kind of take you guys out of your trading cycle, but you guys over there still making money while they're doing it. But no, that's awesome. Guys, we're excited about this. If you can't tell, there's a very serious level of excitement between Ryan, myself, Pat. Our team is excited about this. We're on a journey right now, guys, to deliver this, to bring something really, really good to all the people involved. I'm going to grab the screen back for 1 second here.
I'm done.
Let me grab this. I am not getting a lot of love. Let me see here. There we go. And all right. You guys got my screen? All right. So to close it out, guys, you have the access to the S&P Edge product. You have access to the VIP product. You've got access to Pat's product. I want you guys to understand what's coming down the pipe. Okay. So just before we get into a Q&A with you, what's coming down the pipe? Okay. First of all, as you guys know, we are big fans of prop trading. All right. Target students, we have the Prop Trade Accelerator program. We're developing an identical program for Ryan's system. Okay. Prop Trade Accelerator, those of you guys that are on it, that's one of our most popular programs. Success is there. I don't know how else to say it. We got a lot of successful prop traders. They're using the system. It works. Ryan's program will be very similar to that in how it works, in the structure, and so on and so forth. Right now, the closest thing to it would be his VIP program. It'll look a lot like that program. Okay. I mentioned, by the way, that the prices, the buy now buttons, any of those links, we'll put all of that for all of the programs into an email, which we're going to distribute to everybody that signed up for this webinar. We're also going to push out a copy of the webinar in case you want to go back and rewatch stuff. You can check out the replays and stuff like that. Okay. You're going to be seeing a lot more of Ryan and Pat together, guys. We're doing that because we want to make sure that you guys understand what's going on. Okay. We want to make sure that we're giving Ryan's students the opportunity to work with Pat's method and Pat's students the opportunity to work with Ryan's method. If you're looking to add more arrows to your quiver, right, more ammunition to your trading gun, learn the other system. That's all I got to say. Learn the other system. If you're a successful prop trader and you're in Ryan's program, check out Pat's prop trading system. If you're a successful prop trade accelerator student at Target, check out Ryan's trading plan. It adds right over the top of it. Okay. It doesn't always come through when we're talking, but guys, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about what we have. I am viewing what we have over the next few months as an opportunity. I started off by telling you guys that. Okay. These are volatile times. There's a lot going on in the economy. You can look at it two ways. You can say, oh no, or you can look at it as an opportunity. We're giving you guys the tools to take advantage of those opportunities that are out there. All right. Ryan, did you have anything else you wanted to add today? Oh, he's off. Pat, did you have anything else you wanted to add today?
We're good.
You guys are good? Pat's good?
Tiffany herself, who, by the way, you guys, Tiffany came to me about a little bit over a year ago, year and a half ago. She's been trading live prop accounts for about 9 months. In my room, she's collectively known as the Savage. She's 3 for 3 today. She just put up another inverse winner long for $78 on, well, $34 on 3 accounts, which puts her at 78 on 3 accounts. This is micros. So she's up, including her different sets of accounts, probably over $400 today trading micros. So she did the same thing that Stinky did. She just ignores us and trades.
I'm so jealous. I'm jealous, Pat. You've got a crew of killer women in there because they do. I mean, not to poo poo on my guys, but women do make great traders. They are phenomenal.
Dude, my women are freaking ruthless.
I need some more girls.
Right there that just commented. So, Rana, yes, we'll send out the Joe will specifically reach out to you. Rhonda Lyons is there too, Pat. Don't ever forget about our Rhonda.
She was one of the first people to ever go on prop accounts. Literally within a month, I'm getting a new email from her every other day saying, oh, I got another one. I got another. She was up to 15 freaking prop accounts, live, real money. We had brought her into a webinar, posted her results, got like a $12,000 payout trading part-time.
That's part-time.
The guy in the chat right here, Bryce. Bryce he's another one. He never did any kind of trading either. Came in 8 months. This guy's putting up $1,000 a day. He's a freaking dentist. He works at a dentist office.
Yep. And then Wendy, in answer to your question, Vici is for live or prop trading. Wendy, it's for both. Actually, all the systems except for the letter of direction trading programs. Letter of direction trading programs are only on trading accounts. You can't use them in prop accounts. Okay. But for the Vici programs, for the target programs, they work on prop and they work on live accounts. For the 2 letter of direction programs, which is Gap Hunter and Emergent Edge, they're only on introducing broker accounts or brokerage accounts, to be fair. Yes, the answer is yes. So, and yes, micros as well. Let's see. What was the question here? Yes, we do use a specific IB. We work with Capital Trading Group. We're in the process of expanding that as well right now. That IB, one of the reasons why we use Capital Trading Group, there's a few, but one of the really important reasons is you have access to a lot of different brokers through them. You can use Iron Beam, you can use StoneX, you can use what's the Dorman. You can use, I mean, you name it, you can use it through them. Cunningham, you can use it. There's the only one you can't use through them is you can't use Ninja Trader, and I wouldn't. So there you go. And also it does work internationally. Thanks, Todd. It does work internationally for Canadians and for if you're in UK, Australia, you can use the same letter of direction. It's not exclusively for Americans. I know I get asked that a lot. It is allowed international. Yes, trade copiers on prop accounts are permitted. Absolutely. Firm believer in it. Firm believer in it. If you're part of the Prop Trade Accelerator program, we actually work a lot about how to, that's the prop farming side of, we use the term prop farming. So once you've proven that you can do it in a single prop account, it's how to copy those effects into multiple accounts. So you're not sitting on $100,000 prop account or $50,000, $150,000 prop account. If you can do it once, why not do it 15 times? Right. And that's our Rhonda Lyons model. But we call the term we use for that is called prop farming. And you can do it with copy traders and the whole nine. Some prop firms don't allow you to copy trade, or they cap the number. That's what Tiffany's talking about. They cap the number of firms you're allowed to use it on. Some of them will not allow full auto traders, which is why we don't put the full auto traders on the prop accounts. Some will restrict your trade assist, but not completely. That's one of the reasons why we do the Prop Trade Accelerator program, is we help you identify what the best prop firms are for you to work with. And there's some good ones. There's some absolutely fantastic ones. One of the best things that's happened in the prop industry over the last year and a half, 2 years, is you're sort of, the ones that weren't doing what they were supposed to with payouts and the whole 9 yards kind of fell by the wayside. And we have firms that we recommend. I know they just mentioned Lucid. A representative from Lucid is on the call. Lucid's another fantastic prop firm. I know Ryan does a lot of work with them. So that's one of the reasons why we run the Prop Trade Accelerator program, is we have a matrix for helping you figure out what the best prop firms are for you based on your trading style, the time you trade, what you're looking to accomplish trading, if you're looking to use copy accounts, and the whole 9 yards.
And I'm sure, Mike, that Tiffany's got a doctoral thesis sitting around somewhere around prop trading firms and trade copy. I would not doubt that for one moment.
So, Tony, the answer is yes and no. There is a trade copier that goes out. It pushes the data out, but there's a specific way you have to set it up. It's a cumbersome process. Generally, trade copiers don't like to be, because they're based in Rhythmic, don't like to be pushed out to live accounts unless you have a Rhythmic acceptor, which we have, but it's a little bit more sophisticated than just having it pushed out to a live account and a prop account, to be clear. And more firms are flagging how the copiers are set up. They're allowing you to have multiple accounts, but they don't want it to be, they're identifying when you're copy trading outside the account numbers, and they are shutting you down. So it's really important to stay aware of that and what's going on, because you can get yourself blacklisted at firms. Speaking from experience, by the way, you can get yourself blacklisted at firms. So the mindset when we're setting those up is to identify your trading style, and not necessarily have a cookie cutter for everyone. For example, if you're trading Ryan's method, it's a lot different than if you're trading Pat's method. The entries are slightly different, the whole 9 yards. So Apex requires 5. Yeah, exactly. So so the big part of that is identifying your trading style, identifying your trading method, and finding firms that match you. And then what we're big on doing is we build the relationships with the firms. We do that because we want to make sure that we have a way to get you guys the support that you need if there's issues, if there's errors, if there's things that happen in the accounts. Super, super, super important. Because if there are errors and it's your money that's at risk, let's say you've got a situation where your account gets disconnected, or you can't log back in, or you've got a consistency issue that shouldn't be. We want to make sure that you have a live person on support and you're not stuck in a chat. So we make a really big point of making sure that we work with firms that have live, real people that we can get you in touch with. And that is that a lot of those firms have gone under that don't have that. There's still firms out there. There's some of the big boys that you can't get a hold of somebody at, but that's very important to us. It's a credibility aspect. We do a really good, and I hate to pat ourselves on the back, but we do a really good prop traders blueprint webinar about once a month. Strongly recommend any of the Vici students that haven't attended that. It's really good. Get on that mailing list and get into that. So hold on a second. Let me get that. Pat, do you want to field that one on Apex or Ryan?
Yeah, I'll throw something out there real fast. I just wanted to let everybody know that he is exactly right on the prop. Can you hear me first off?
Yep.
Okay. So the whole prop trading thing, I have worked really hard personally to make sure that we are vetted. I actually just went through a whole vet process with Apex and got reapproved today. They are on me all the time. About every 4 to 6 months now, they're constantly like, hey, we need you to prove that you're still one of the good guys because there's been a lot of churning of accounts, et cetera, et cetera. And so they just came in my room. They're in the Discord room. They're a member of the Substack. She's probably on this. Her name is Belle. She's probably in this webinar if I had to guess. But Apex were fully vetted. I had to do it through the same process with Lucid. Actually, I know the owner of Lucid because we actually kind of started in the business around the same time. And Earn to Trade is another one that I'm a big fan of. Earn to Trade they actually move you straight into a live account once you're funded, which really no one else is doing. They usually do live sims and stuff like that. I just made a great connection with the affiliate guy over there last week. And I made sure that we had $2,000 worth of payouts go through for guys that were having some issues with some sort of weird, they had an issue and it wasn't Earn to Trade's problem either. It was somebody else's. So it was actually the trader. He was having an issue with communication, and I was able to reach out, and they were able to get the guy paid because he was out of the country, whatever, and they paid him in crypto. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Like the prop firm relationship is huge, and that is kind of a big deal because a lot of people I've noticed, they kind of shill an affiliate link hoping that they can collect some money. But I've actually worked really hard to establish relationships with the affiliate managers. And so I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. So if you need help, by the way, laying it with affiliate with Apex, I actually can help you probably right this very second. So if you need me, let me know.
So I wanted to answer, Lana had asked the question. So the 5R is, as I understand it, that's your risk reward ratio rule. I think they restrict you. I think it's 5-1. I could be wrong. And there's a ton of other rules. Different firms are strict in different ways. That's it's one of the things we talk about in the the prop trader blueprint is understanding those rules and how certain firms are stricter than others. So yes, it's very strict. It's very tight.
5-1 is crazy. 5-1 is crazy. I'm sorry. If you lose 5 to make 1, you're doing it all wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, and then you've got consistency rules. You've got to understand your profit targets. There's so much to do to this than just the trading side when you decide to get into prop trading. There's much, much more into it, which is why we have an entire program around this, just so you guys understand. It's the trading, understanding how to trade is a part of it. And it's crazy that you have to also have this whole understanding of prop trading systems and how they work to go with it. And what's interesting is Ryan's developed this on his own. We've developed it on our own. And together we have this like comprehensive knowledge where it's like, oh yeah, you figured that out too. So my recommendation to you guys is that you would attend that prop trader blueprint, because we go into that a lot. We talk about some of the different firms and what the differences are. Yes, Take Profit is another one. Like we mentioned earlier, Lucid, Apex, Legends, Tradeify. I happen to use Tradeify a lot. So they all have different rules. They also have limits on what you can copy, how automation is allowed. And actually, all right, I gotta say it because there's a couple people on the call. We have an options prop trading program that will be, it's actually released right now, but we'll be doing the marketing announcements and stuff this week. We've been kind of teasing it for a couple of months now, and it's complete. It's ready for action. So lot of cool information with all of those. If you guys are prop traders and this catches your ear and you want to learn more, strongly recommend the Prop Trade Accelerator program. We talk about all of this in there. We regularly address these issues, and we're taking it with a Kaizen approach because the prop trader world is continuously changing. It's modifying itself. It's adapting. So we take a Kaizen approach of always improving what we have out there and always looking. We're not getting satiated with what we do. We're always looking to bring more to the table and adapt and evolve as things adapt and evolve around us. There we go. So real quick, Pat, Ryan, did you guys have anything else you guys wanted to add? Taking that as a note.
Good, brother. Thank you so
much. When I'm posting these levels, I am also not front running my clients, telling them, "Hey, get in now."
Right. So guys, awesome. Thank you all for attending. I'm going to say it again. I am so excited about doing this. I talk to Ryan every day. We've actually become very good buddies over the phone. I gotta say, man, it's fun when you're having fun working. All right. This is really exciting. What we're bringing to you guys on both sides is just awesome product. I want to wish you all the best of success. Check your emails because we're going to be sending out an email later today that's going to have links for all of this stuff, some more information in the email. It's going to have a lot of info. So make sure you scroll down and you check the things out. There's a lot of tags, buy now buttons, and I'm going to stop on one really important thing. Okay. You don't have to read the whole book. If you want to jump on a call with somebody that's going to walk you through it all, there's going to be a scheduling link in there. Do the discovery call, ask the questions you want, get direct answers, get set up if you want to buy and get set up on that call, the whole 9 yards. Everything can happen live. All right. So we call them discovery calls. Just click the link and get on a calendar. All right. One more time, thank you all for being here. Pat, Ryan, thank you guys so much. Super excited about this marriage, and let's do some business together, guys. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.